Hello everyone, my name is Alex, and this is Art of War Round 5. On the left-hand side we have Brad playing the old shiny and whiny deck, which is Elite Darth Vader Dark Apprentice, with Elite Captain Phasma Ruthless Tactician. Looks like Brad is playing on the Emperor Sorcerer. On the right-hand side we have Corey, who is playing Elite Shrewd, Elite Kanan, with Obi-Wan's Hut as his battlefield. So, at this point, this is the top 4 cut. Both players, I believe, went 3-1 during Swiss. So, whoever wins goes into finals, whoever loses is cut. Brad, I believe, had a... His only loss was against me, who was playing, Elite New Phasma, 1-die FN, 1-die Bazine, and Corey's only loss was to Kylo FN. He's playing a mono blue, so it was going to be a tough matchup for him. Other than that, the Corey's deck is very interesting. It's running a lot of weird cards like Something Familiar, Force Misdirection, just a few cards that you generally wouldn't see in a standard meta. Brad's deck, I believe, is... I didn't get a deck list from him, but I'm pretty sure it's just most of the same cards that we see or saw from a lot of the Nationals deck, or decks, that ran this pairing. And they're just still getting set up, so... Corey's a very well-known hero player. He plays a lot of heroes in our local Calgary meta. Great player. Plays a lot of weird cards. And tends to run very high-cost weapons. I don't know if it's whether due to Imperial Inspection or just because of the amount of amazing blue hero events like Destiny and Reaping the Crystal, and even Padawan's ability. It's just his playstyle. Brad tends to play a lot of heroes. Or, sorry, tends to play a lot of villains when I played against him. Very great player. Looks like Corey run the roll-off and took Obi-Wan's HUD. Didn't really want Throne Room to be sticking around on the field. I believe Brad's running a New Orders, though, so not awful. I don't know if Corey knows that, though. So, Kanan get rolled in, hits a 1 focus and a disrupt. Brad plays a Baby Blaster on Captain Phasma, and Shrewd immediately rolls in, hits a 2 melee and a +1 melee. Corey could do 5 damage next round, using Kane's ability to focus, turn that 1 disrupt into a 2 melee, and then just resolve melee dice. Just swing a ton of damage. Probably I would hit Phasma first. Overconfidence gets played on Shrewd's dice. It's a +2 gun and a 2 stick. Yep, Brad making the correct call, gets rid of the melee. You don't want that Cannon die turning into a 2 melee and swinging for 4 damage. We'd rather just take the 3, if that's what Corey does. Corey just passes. Interesting play. Phasma rolls in. Hits 3 blanks. Not something you see every day. Especially with 3 dice. Feel a little bit bad for Brad. So, using Kane's ability, turns it to a blank, uses Force Misdirection to wipe all the blanks. Great play. That's kind of like Feel Your Anger. Vader getting rolled in. Hits a 2 melee and a 3 melee for $1. That's pretty bad. Because I believe Brad still has money somewhere. No, he doesn't, because he paid for Overconfidence. That's right. So, 2 damage is not bad. Swings for 2 hits. I would assume Kanan. Yep, hits Kanan. Tossing for a reroll. Hits another blank. I'm thinking... I see a Logistics in Brad's hand as well as I think that's a Z6. And... ooh, I can't see the last card. I think it's a down. I would toss probably the Logistics Decides to just claim, put a shield on a blue character for free. Another toss for a reroll. Corey claims a resource and then shoots Vader for 1 damage, takes off that shield, and resets. Apologies for the background noise in the video. We were playing in a very large store, but huge shout out to PM Hobcraft for hosting this amazing event for us. So here's the thing with Corey. He doesn't usually use a lot of money. A lot of his cards, event cards, cost 0 or 1. So he's just sitting on $4 at this top of round 2. That's a huge amount of money. Force speed getting played onto Kanan. Phasma, by the way, rolled in. Hit a 1 gun, 1 focus, 1 shield. Vader, now get rolled in. Hits a special, hits a 2 melee. I think right now... Oh, so Mind Trick gets played by Corey for $2. What it does is it splits the dice into 2 pools, and then Corey chooses and removes one of those pools. So, I feel like you put the... I'd put the 1 range, the 2 melee in 1 pool, and the shield, the focus, and the special in another. And looks like that's what he's going to do. Okay, so he essentially does Vader's dice and then Phasma dice into 2 different pools. No, still deciding. I wouldn't put that focus by itself. That's just me, though. I would move the shield over. Okay. So, goes with the Vader special, the 1 range, and the shield. Don't blame him. I don't like that play. I don't like that split. That's just me, though. I guess you can reroll Phasma's die. That's fine, but I just don't like that split. I feel like you just take the 2 damage now before Corey removes it. Let's get it out of there. Yep. Does 2 more to Kanan, putting me on 4 out of 10 health. Kanan gets rolled in. Hits a blank on the Force speed, and blank on the Kanan, and 2 melee on the Kanan die. Looks like a rend is in Brad's hand. I feel like you just get rid of the Force speed right now. Just zap it. Get it out of there. Pays 1 for the high ground, gets removed the 2. Good play, didn't spot that in his hand. Deals an extra damage. Screen is in as much as you can. Brad's in a very good position right now. Handcraft Lightbow gets played on Trute. Amazing blue hero weapon. Absolutely love it. If I played more blue hero, I would definitely run these cards.
It's so shiny. What does it do?
Discards the Rend, interestingly enough. Hits the dollar. Can definitely logistics that. Give him an economy advantage. Using Shroot's ability, rerolls. Hits a lot of damage. Looks like 5 melee, 1 range total, and then a blank on the special. Or on the Force speed, I mean. Decides to doubt Kanan's 2. Deals 1 range damage to Vader. Over to Corey's turn, does another 3 damage using the Handcraft Lightbow on the Shroot die. I feel like a logistics, yeah, logistics, get your $2. I don't think you play new orders at this point. You want to roll people in and then play new orders. Yeah, that's what Brad does. He just passes. Sitting on $5 now at the top of round 3. Board state, I would say is rather even. Between the 1 shield and the Handcraft Lightbow on Corey's side. And the very minimum damage on Brad's. Yeah, you have the great money advantage, but What's money advantage if you have no upgrades to take advantage of it? So, Kenny gets rolled in. It's a 1 ranged and looks like the 4 speed special and a 2 melee.
Oh, sorry, Brad. That's what he did to me. Exactly.
I can't really see. I see a deflect in Brad's hand. Is that a doubt? I can't really tell. You gotta get rid of some removal, yeah, so... Or get rid of something. So doubt's the 2 melee. Hits a blank. Great. Amazing doubt. That's what you want to see when you doubt something. Takes 2 actions, rolls and shoot. Rerolls the blank. And hits +1 melee, +1 melee, a 1 discard. Second action, I think, yeah, you just toss for a reroll, try and hit something better. It's a blank, blank, and +1 melee. I feel like at this point, yeah, you roll Invader, try and get some damage, and then roll in Phasma, New Orders, try and murder Cannon as quickly as possible. It's a 1 ranged, and a blank on the Vader die, not really what you want to see.
Actually, usually it's the range and the discard is what he usually rolls.
Another reroll. Looking like a +2 gun, a 1 gun, and then a blank. Deflect, I'd say, at this point. Use the deflect, get rid of the +2, and throw it back into Kanan. Strip that shield. Yep, that's exactly what Brad does. Gets rid of the shield. He can shoot next turn, get the 6. Decides to caution, putting 3 shields onto Kanan. That really hurts now. That caution really kind of swings things around, I think, here for Brad. Do you New Orders now, deal the 3 damage, and see what you roll with Phasma? Nope. But then that leaves open for Handcrafted Lightbow to deal some damage. You have to kind of wait until he claims, or you just have to focus on Shrewd, because now with New Orders in play, it's really difficult for Brad to get ahead. Or not with New Orders, with New Orders in hand and the Handcrafted Lightbow in play. It's the focus on the Phasma dies along with a blank and a 1 ranged. There has to be some sort of upgrade in Brad's hand. You need to start playing some upgrades. Get more dice out there as fast as possible. So using Kane's ability does the 1 damage before he takes his action, and then plays a 4 solution. That's so much health now on Kanan, who's not even the scary target. Shrewd is now the scary target. He is the Handcrafted Lightbow. You almost want to switch. Just start bursting down Shrewd, get rid of the big weapon, and just go from there. Does the 2 for New Orders. I don't agree with this play because now Corey can just claim and take the battlefield. Uses the Vader special, deals 1 to himself, strips the shields, and there we go. Corey just claims, does another 3. That's 3 health left on Vader. That's not a good position you want to be in. Discards for reroll. Yeah, I'd get rid of those 3. Keep the focus. You're going to need it to get something else out of here. You need to kill Kanan this round. There you go. You have the ability to kill Kanan. You just focus over to the 2 damage, the 2 ranged, and just kill. Actually, no, you can't even do that because of Force Illusion. Well, you do the 2, you do the 1, and then you focus the special. That's how you do it. He's going to take at least 1 damage. Yep, 4 solutions. Gets rid of 1 of the Force, I believe, and a guard. Whatever the support, or the upgrade that turns into the support for 4, whatever that blue hero card is. Focus. Focus to a special, deals 1 damage, and then uses the special to deal another 3. So, 4 damage, so it brings him up to 9. You just need to get 1 damage in, Brad. 1 damage and you're good. I feel like if you can... What's in your hand? I think you toss, you dig for a deflect. Don't know what's in his hand. Wish you'd show me.
Having a good game of it at least. Kind of the way the decks are now, it seems like a rare good game is actually rare. Just blow out one way.
I'm not sure what you do now.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Well, once you FN, the people are going to have to pay more with mid-range decks. So,
Cannon gets rolled in. Hits a 1 disrupt, a blank, and a 1 gun. Do you have a deflect, Brad? I can't see what's in your hand. Plays a force illusion for $1.
Rarely do you do it more than once.
Shrew? Nope, Shrew doesn't get rolled in. I can't see what's in either of their hands, so it's tough for me to make a call on what they should be doing.
Like FN just doing the extra hit.
I think the problem is
I see a guard in Corey's hand, that's about it.
take turn, plus,
It's really difficult to say.
it's not like Rainbow Nines where you can
I think you just roll in Shrew unless you have something better to play in your hand at this point. Really tough to say, really tough to say. Shirt does get rolled in. We'll be re-rolling that 4-speed blank. He's showing enough damage to kill Vader, potentially, if the Force Solution wasn't in play. It's kind of like one of these board states where it's like, as Brad, what do you do? Do you have removal in hand? Do you just decide to risk it with Vader, roll him in, try and hit some damage, kill Kanan, or it's just a tough place to be in. It's a really tough place to be in for Brad. He needs to get rid of that force speed, which he should have used the Rand a long time ago to get rid of it. But instead tossed it for a reroll. It's just not a good position. It's not where you want to be if you're Brad right now. Rolls in, Vader, hits a special, hits a 1 discard. The special does force lethal onto Kanan. Can Corey either kill Vader or remove that special? Uses Kanan's ability to take an action before, or to use one of his days before he takes an action. Deals 1 damage, then takes 4 speed to deal... take 2 actions, play something familiar, allows him to pull a card from Brad's hand, look at it, and then turn dice equal to the amount of cost. So there's 2, so turn it to some damage.
No, you get to keep it.
So turns to a 2 melee on the Kanan die and another 2 melee on the Shroot die, and I feel like you just... He does 2 to Vader, forcing the Force Illusion pop. Another 2 to Vader and another 2 to Phasma. That's how you do it. That's how you kill Vader. It's really tough for Brad. Decides to keep out the handcraft lipo die for guard, which is sitting in his hand. I mean, you're just gonna remove your 2 Phasma die regardless. Might as well just roll them in. Maybe you hit the 2 for $1 on the DH-17 force Corey to get rid of it. But tough position to be in. Really tough position to be in. Decides to throw in the Phasma's blaster, getting an extra die into the pool. Great decision. Corey takes an extra buck. Oh, doesn't take an extra buck. He cautions to put another 3 shields. Oof. Oof. Rolls the nuts. Hits a 1, a 2, or sorry, a 1 range, a 2 range for $1, 3 range for $1, and then $1. really nice to hit that. Unless you have a logistics in hand, though, it's not going to matter. You don't have enough damage to force lethal onto Kanan. If he removes 2 dice with the guard, he just claims for 3 damage.
Does it remove shields or just 3 straight?
Either way, it's just doing 3 this time. It's either remove shields and deal 2.
So, does 3 damage to Phasma. Do you have a logistics in hand? I can't even see it. Come on, Brad, show me your hand.
Need 4 to kill Kanan. Right?
Come on. Well, you take the dollar, you can kill Kanan.
Oh.
He has lethal. Corey has claimed he does have lethal. Does he spot it, though? That's what you do. You just take the dollar, you kill Kanan, and you... Well, it also brings up the good point. Can you maximize your damage somehow? So decides to discard for a reroll. I feel like you just reroll that DH17. Reroll the DH17. You need the dollar. You need the 1 gun. You want to show either the 1 or the +2.
Oh, you kidding me?
Just keep going, Brad. Those 2 cards aren't as valuable.
Okay. I will take the 1 to kill, and then that's it. Either way,
There must have been something really good in Brad's hand for him not to just try and dig for it. It's a good 1 in 3 chance. Oh well. Still in a good position. 8 health, 211 health. It's not bad. Upgrade advantage is in Brad's favor. They're both now just as fast as the others, so claiming the battlefield here will be big. Whoever claims it first will have a huge damage advantage, because it's either 2/3 for Brad or straight up 3. And there's another handcrafted light bow. This almost seals the deal that Corey's going to win this.
that seems dangerous.
This is really tough for Brad. Uses Tactical Mastery, takes 2 actions, rolls in, hits a nice amount of damage. Just take your range. Take your range, hit 5 damage. Be happy with what you're getting. Take your 5, Brad. I feel like that's what you do. I can't see either player's hand because they're not showing me it, but I feel like that's what you do in this situation. Maybe you save the buck for like a best defense to stop, like say 2 handcrafted lipo specials, but I don't even know if there's best defense in the deck. So 5 damage into Shrewd. Shrewd rolls in. Hits 2 blanks, gets to re-roll them. Showing 4 damage total with $2. But it's split damage. Uses Sound the Alarm to reroll the damage. Hits 2, 1 discards. Looks like there was a toss for a reroll. Had to look away for a second, so missed it. Just deals the extra 2 damage. Some damage going over to Brad. Ah, man. 5, so yeah. Corey claims to deal 3 more and wins the game. There's nothing Brad can do. He can't heal. Well, he could play Phasma's Blaster. Ancient Lightsaber over, Phasma's Blaster, heal 2, and then he survives another turn. But I don't think he spots that Corey just won.
Where's the key turning point right there?
Because all Corey has to do is roll in. All he has to do is roll in. And now Brad has to come up with a way to remove both handcrafted light bow dice. I don't think there's a card in his deck that will get rid of both that he can play currently. Most cards that would get rid of 1 or 2 dice are spotted blues. Best defense would kill himself. I think that's the game. Force Illusion, that will do it. Just deals the 2 damage. Electrostaff and best defense, and Phasma will roll in, and Corey will just claim for the game for the win. So Corey will be moving on to the finals. Brad, unfortunately, he looked really ahead for a long time, but it's just nothing you can do when your opponent's that far ahead. At one point, you don't have the upgrade advantage. You don't have the dice advantage. Corey's just removing dice. He's hitting a nice pulls on something familiar. I think at some point you just switch targets, but without seeing what's in your hand at the time, and we're going to work on a solution to that, seeing what's in the hands of the players simultaneously. But it's just hard, right? Congrats to Brad. He played a really good game. And some key turning points using caution and force misdirections and removing all of Phasma's dice, I believe, on round 1. Huge turning points. So we will be bringing you the final rounds sometime in the next week. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and give us a comment on what we could be doing better, what you like, or just speak your mind. If you didn't like it, give us a dislike. Tell us why in the comments below. If you like our content, please subscribe so you can keep up to date on all future videos. We will also be having a podcast sometime in the next little while discussing the new rules errata that came out last week. So stay tuned, guys, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.